Hey everyone, it's Crypto Profit back with another video, and today is a great day to talk about what we all want to talk about, and that's Polkadot. Polkadot has had a huge day and a huge last 24 hours all across the board. We can see that the trading activity is 66% buy, 34% sell. We're continuing to see more volume kick in, about 28 to 30% volume in the last 24 hours. You can see this absolutely rampant last hour alone, a 5 to 6% increase, but the last 24 hours, a very large 12 to 13% increase. It came all the way from $33 to almost $38 and hovering right around that $38 mark. If we actually take a look at why this is happening today, there's a great reason for it. The first tweet kind of goes into what we would call a very big deal, October 22nd. And this is a date that's coming up. Every time you see dates that are coming up in the near future, people get excited for it. Obviously, this isn't the main reason today. We're going to cover the main reason for this price action, but right now, like I said, I did want to cover some of the smaller things first. So Polkadot is teaming up with Angel Hack for the very first event of the Polkadot Hackathon Global Series, kicking off in Asia Pacific on October 22nd. So you can actually take your chance to build new solutions for the Polkadot ecosystem and win from a prize pool of $30,000. Obviously, this is going to continue to build onto the ecosystem that Polkadot already has and thrives on. If we actually take a look back at the price point, you can see that the last week has been a fairly solid push for Polkadot. You know, $32.41 all the way up to $37, $38 in the last month as well. You can see a 6% increase in the last month. We had a very solid push from about $36 to $38. However, we have to remember there's been volatility ever since that, really $38 push it had back in September 14th. So we'll see what happens. But with what's been taking place recently with Polkadot, with some of the big news that has come out just here recently, like I said, I expect Polkadot to do big things in this year, in this really bull market part two. If we jump into the next tweet, it's going to talk about how today Polkadot history was made when a runtime upgrade was created, voted on, and deployed within 8 hours. V0.9.11 contains a new feature which allows an offset to be configured to the release, enabling better control of when a lease period starts. This is definitely what we want to see. Polkadot making history right here, like we said in this tweet. I want to jump a little bit farther because there's more information that's going to continue to set you guys bullish on Polkadot, and it doesn't end on Twitter. So we're going to have a bunch of articles to talk about as well. As we jump into the next tweet, this one talks about live from Sub-Zero. Polkadot founder RPH Meyer announces Parachain technical readiness. After audits and significant deployments on Rockako and Kasama network, we believe the Parachains are ready for an initial production release. So this is absolutely huge seeing this. You know, we are all excited for the Parachains to actually come out with a release date, and that's exactly what we got. So Motion 118, consisting of 2 batch calls, has been submitted to Polkadot Council to begin auctions on November 11th, 2021. If passed by the council and the community via public referendum, Polkadot's Parachain auction schedule will be as follows. You can see all of the batches, the Candace, you can see, when it's all taking place here in these auction dates. So like I said, November 11th being the very first day for Polkadot. Going to be absolutely huge day for Polkadot. I think this is going to be one of those, one of those updates that does not go, really unnoticed. I think this is going to be something that a lot of people have been invested in for Polkadot for a long time. They are waiting for this specifically, and we are now seeing the auctions come live very soon. So that's very exciting, obviously, within a month from today. If we actually take a look a little bit farther, though, there's so many articles talking about this because of how big of a deal this is, and obviously the price is kind of showing that. Right now we're seeing $37.96. It's not dipping back down with this most recent announcement, I'll tell you that. If we jump in here, we can see that Polkadot sets date for hotly anticipated Parachain auctions. There could still be minor changes to the schedule, but the first auction is slated to begin, like we said, on November 11th. They talk about the dot race. So the ongoing Kasama Parachain auctions have seen 2.4 million KSM. Kasama's native token contributed to crowd loans by more than 49,000 unique addresses. The native asset of Polkadot network will be used in the upcoming auctions. A gaggle of decentralized projects have won Parachain slots so far, including a decentralized identity protocol Kilt and decentralized finance or DeFi building blocks such as Akala's Kura Network. I'm not sure exactly how to say that one. We got Moonbeam's Moon River Network, Astar's Shiden Network, and Fala's Kala Network. So a lot of great networks taking advantage of the dot race and trying to get on board with what Gavin Wood has been working on for such a long time. Boring Parachain launch expected. So this is very interesting. The auction can end at any point during the ending period, which prevents last-minute auction snipping. Or sniping, I should say. So one thing we've talked about in the past is, they have this idea of not wanting people to last-second auction snipe, which, makes perfect sense. So they call it boring because of that, and that's, honestly just going to be fine. If you want if you want that auction, you're going to have to, fork it over and, be okay with the amount you're doing. I want to talk a little bit more about the, auction dates on Crypto Potato because they talk about how Polkadot parachains were green lighted. They also contribute or really constitute the multi-chain aspect of Polkadot's architecture and really are the final piece of the puzzle, so to speak. So Polkadot is now fully integrated in a way. We have more things that we expect out of Polkadot within the next couple of months as well, but parachain auctions were definitely the biggest of the many. So I'm excited to see what happens with this. We're definitely going to be staying up to date with Polkadot over the next couple months. So if you have not already, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. And we jump into the next one. We have SEBA. Bank rolls out yield earning program for holders of Cardano, Tezos, and Polkadot. So Polkadot being introduced to the SEBA bank rollout of yield earning programs. So this is definitely a big deal. It is clear that the institutional interest in digital assets accelerate. The investors have a broader appetite for crypto assets with a particular interest in earning services like staking, DeFi, and centralized crypto borrowing and lending. So this is innovation at a core, and we continue to see great opportunities for banks to jump in and, hopefully get involved instead of, lose out and then, come after the crypto space, which, kind of has been happening over the past couple of years. I do want to talk a little bit more about Polkadot, though. Polkadot right now at $37.89. So we can see that there's a lot of positivity around this coin right now. And you can see that this last hour has been absolutely huge, coming from $36 up to about $38. And now we also see, like I said, this massive push from $34.83 up to $38. So what's going on with Polkadot? We talked about the parachain auctions. We talked about how much hype and news surrounding parachain auctions and Polkadot is going to continue to push this price up. Where do we think it's going to go? So before we get started on the price predictions, I do want to say, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, so always do your own research first. However, I do want to say Polkadot's looking very bullish. I think we are going to see a $50 to $60 Polkadot before the end of the year. By the end of the bull market part 2, though, as we push farther and farther along this crypto bull market, I think we are going to see Polkadot pushing or breaking through about $80 to $120 at the very least. I've been hoping for about $150 to $200. Looking at TA, $120 to $150 is still reasonable, realistic, conservative. So that's going to be where I stick it, right around $80 to $150. It's a pretty wide angle, but you have to remember, we don't know exactly how long this bull market's going to last. It depends on a lot of things, obviously retail as well as institutional investors. How many are coming into play? How many are staying to play? So we'll see what happens, guys. We'll keep you up to date through all of it on this channel. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on. I'll see you guys all in the next one.